DC! Oh, shoot, he fumbled! Oh, my God, Cardinals win! Let's go! Welcome to Frontline Football, the one place that you should be getting all of your sports news, predictions, rumors, everything. We do everything on here about football. Let's get into the video, guys, with predictions.
Predictions is Josh. Okay, Josh is not frozen.
Josh is not frozen. Okay, so the first matchup we have is Giants-Eagles. Josh, what are the polls while I go shut my door?
The polls are for the Giants and Eagles matchup 57% Giants, 43% Eagles. So let's hand it off to Jack to hear his take on the game and who he thinks will win.
Today, I am taking the Eagles to beat the New York Giants just based on the fact that Philadelphia was Baltimore. They're not the same team, but they're not a bad team either. And Philadelphia was able to sort of stay in the game, kept it close. And honestly, Giants beat the Washington football team, who very well could have won that game if they didn't go for two. So that's why I'm going to pick the Eagles here. I think that they're going to finally start to get some momentum. Of course, the NFC East only wins can be against each other because God forbid they beat anyone else. So give me the Eagles here. What are your thoughts, Josh?
Okay, this was a hard matchup to decide, but when it finally came down to it, I said, give me the New York Giants. They looked good last week. I'm ready to see them win again against the injury-prone Eagles, even though the Eagles won against the – no, wait, the Eagles were playing against the – what's it called?
They were playing against the Ravens.
Ravens. They look good against the Ravens. Not going to lie, they look good, but – I feel like the Giants are just a better team. Even if the football team didn't go for two, the Giants probably still would have won that game. So, give you the Giants for this one. Zach, what are your thoughts?
I say Eagles. They went against a harder opponent because the football team only win is against the Eagles. Josh, why were you so close to the camera? But okay. But the Eagles faced the Ravens. They looked really good. They lost, but it's the Ravens, and the only team that beat the Ravens right now is the Chiefs. So, yeah, I'm gonna choose Eagles. Josh, you chose Giants. All right. So the next matchup is Bills-Jets. Josh, what are the polls?
Let me get 88% Bills, 12% Jets. Let's hand it over to Zach for his takes. Zach?
I go with, it's obvious. It's the Bills. Jets, I'm sorry, but they're trash. They're literally they're in a dumpster fire. Adam Gase won't get fired and probably until the ending of the year. Sam Darnold's gonna get probably out of town very soon because he's gonna be tired of them. There's a lot of problems in the Bills. They did stumble, but they're gonna come back and beat the Jets because they lost to the Chiefs and the Titans, right? All right. Well,
yeah.
Bills. All right, Jack, since you're the Jets fan, what is your take?
Give me those Buffalo Bills to get a big win here. As you guys can't see, but the viewers can see, I got my Fire Adam Gase shirt on, hoping to will something. It's not going to happen, though. But the Jets are they're taking for Trevor and hoping that he doesn't stay in college. That's all they're doing right now, and they're on the journey to make history. They're going to join the misery factor of the Detroit Lions and the Cleveland Browns to be the third winless team in NFL history. We're going to make history. By the way, if you're any sort of bettor, just make sure bet any line against the Jets every single week, and you're going to be a very rich man by the end of the season. They've lost by double digits every single game. Not one game they've even been competitive in. So that's why, give me the Buffalo Bills, big here, get back on track, stay afloat, and stay on top of the AFC East. What are your thoughts, Josh?
I just want to say last time the Jets got shut out too, but 24-0. But that just adds insult to injury. So this week, it was a pretty easy decision. Give me the Buffalo Bills for a win here. Josh Allen looked okay against Mahomes. The media was kind of giving Mahomes a couple breaks there, even when he threw passes that were never supposed to be thrown by a guy even remotely in the NFL. they still gave him the benefit of the doubt. But I think that Josh Allen is going to win here, and he's going to win big. So that's my take. Zach, did you go?
Yeah, I said Bills.
Okay.
Okay, so the next matchup right after that is Browns Bengals. Now they just faced each other. That now it's the second time they faced each other. What are the polls, Josh?
The polls are 63% Cleveland and 37% Cincinnati. So since I forgot to give Jack his team's poll, I'm going to hand this one off to Jack for his thoughts on the game.
This one is a tough one because while the Bengals, they're not the best team, that was a rough week for the Browns. We don't know why Baker Mayfield was benched. It could have been the injury. It could have been the bad play. It could have been a mix of both. But they looked bad against the Steelers. I'm still going to take them here since they seem like the team to beat up on. They're never going to beat the good teams, but they seem to beat up on the bad teams as of late, leading them to the 4-1 start. But I don't think they're a big dog team. They're not beating the big dogs of their division, the Ravens and the Steelers. But even with the loss, I think they're going to rebound this week. It's still the Bengals. Joe Burrow, he's improving and he's looking good. But the reality is they don't have nearly enough pieces around the team for them to start turning losses into wins quite yet. What are your thoughts, Josh?
Give me the Cincinnati Bengals. They looked good against the Colts last week. I mean, they almost won that game, but then the Colts came back. At one point, they were leading 28-0 against the Colts, the same team that is second place in the AFC South. If they can go up against that competition, they can obviously go up against the Browns. Yes, they've had faced before, and Burrow got killed that game. I don't know why I'm moving my arms like this, but I am. So I think that the Bills will win. The Bills already did the matchup. Dang it.
Bengals?
The Bengals will win this game. Yes, the other B team. The Bengals are going to win.
All right. I say Browns. Baker really wasn't looking good that game. I think Jarvis Landry should be the quarterback. Did you see what he did? He threw a 34-yard bomb to Odell, so that was pretty nice. But yeah, the Bengals, they have a team, but they don't have an offensive lineman. And Myles Garrett's gonna go off this game, I bet. Just he needs to avoid his people's helmets. That's the only problem.
I was thinking that you were about to say Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald's on the Rams. He's in my division.
I got you.
That's not good. All right. Well, that was weird. But the next matchup is Chargers-Dolphins. What are the polls, Josh?
The polls for the Chargers and Dolphins, it's somewhere in here. Can I say that the Chargers are winning with our fans 100%?
Yep.
They're winning 100%.
Dope.
So, Jack, what are your thoughts on the game?
This one is really tough. It's the battle of the rookies, Herbert and Tua. Watch out for the news Friday. Tua's going to be in there. But I'm going to go with the Chargers here. They had an impressive outing against New Orleans on primetime football in New Orleans. And overall, I'd say that Tua's first start, there's going to be some rocky roads ahead. I think he's going to work out.
Whoa. Before you do your take, I think that you had the wrong game.
Wait,
The
what?
Chargers are playing the Jaguars this week.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, the Dolphins, I think, are playing the Rams, if I'm not mistaken.
No, the Rams are playing the Bears.
Oh.
This COVID schedule is ruined.
No, because Zach, I just looked at the polls, and our fans were doing Chargers Jags.
Oh,
the
yeah,
Jag-
it is Jags.
Yeah,
Well,
we're talking.
change your prediction, Jack,
Well,
because Chargers.
Time to pivot.
If we're doing, I mean,
Then who did the Chargers play?
the Chargers and the Jaguars.
Okay, but then who does the other team play?
The
Dolphins.
Dolphins have a bye week this week.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that works out. Oh yeah, they do.
Because Chargers
Okay.
and Dolphins got their schedules moved around. But
Okay.
same,
All right.
different game,
Let's
same team. Give me the Chargers here again. Jaguars, the win against the Colts was a fluke. We can say it at this point. They lost to Stafford and the Lions. I like the Lions, but they're not the greatest of teams, specifically in the coaching category. I gotta take Herbert here. Plus, he's had a bye week to rest. He's gonna get Keenan Allen back. He's gonna get some pieces back. And the Jags, they just don't look good. That's just the bottom line. Give me the Chargers here. What are your thoughts, Zach?
Chargers. Dang, I wish I didn't mess this up, but Chargers because they're looking a lot better. Joey Bosa, really good. Keenan Allen's coming back. Herbert had, yeah, another again a week of rest, which he needed it because he was literally doing everything on that team. Not for the defense, but for the offense, he was basically doing everything. So, yeah, that's really good. Josh, what are your thoughts?
I'm gonna say the Chargers here. The Jags don't look that good. Who have the Jags lost to? They've lost to the Texans, the Bengals. Did they play the Bengals? Yeah, they played the Bengals and lost to them. They also lost to the Lions. The only team they beat is the Colts, and that's the Phillip River-led Colts. We aren't looking at any good teams here that they're beating, which is only one. And the teams they're losing to, freaking all of them were 0 wins. And the Jaguars gave them their first win, most of them. So the Jaguars have no chance against Herbert because Herbert has faced up against competition and gone with the likes of Mahomes, Breeze, and Brady. Those are 3 maybe future Hall of Famers. Breeze and Brady. Mahomes, we don't know. That's the thing. Herbert is the better quarterback. The Chargers have the better team here. So give me the LA Chargers winning big.
Okay. Gardner Minshew, I feel like is a little better, but okay.
Did everybody say
Okay.
their take?
I already did my take, so yeah. Next team is the Cowboys versus the football team. Cowboys just lost against the Cardinals because a lot of mistakes.
Game still going on.
And what are the polls, Josh?
The polls are 63% Cowboys, 37% football team.
Dang, what the heck is voting for football team? But okay, let's bring it over to Jack.
I'm going to do it. Taking the upset here, I'm taking the Washington football team to win this game. Sounds surprising on paper, but the Cowboys' offense is like destroyed. They look defeated, and people are openly criticizing McCarthy in the organization. They got destroyed by the Cardinals, who have a way better offense than the football team, but I feel like the football team's defense, extremely underrated. They're going to be getting Chase Young back. Though he was back last week, I'm not sure if he was 100%, but he will be 100% most likely this week. So they got the underrated defense. They were able to stay in the game. They almost beat the Giants. They would have got the 2 point, would have been a win. Or if they would have kicked the extra point, they would have won in overtime. But overall, this Cowboys offense is just not impressive. I could see a Cowboys win, but I'm going to take the hot take here, and I'm going to go with the Washington football team. What are your thoughts, Zach?
Wait, who's their starting quarterback for football?
Kyle Allen.
I think it's Alex Smith.
Okay, if it's Alex Smith, then the Cowboys win. I say Cowboys. Anyway, they're horrible quarterbacks. The defense could stop Murray sometimes, not all the time, but they did stop him on the first drive. So that's a little better than what they did against the other teams. But the Cardinals also didn't get hot at that time because no one scored. So I say that was an off game for Zeke, in my opinion. He's gonna destroy this team, in my opinion. How about you, Josh?
I'm going to say give me the upset. Give me one leg Alex Smith and that football team defense. Because the Cowboys did lose last week to Arizona. Now, keep in mind, they were Super Bowl contenders in this offseason. Like June 1st, an ESPN article was written that they were one of the top 5 Super Bowl contenders. And they lose to Arizona, of all teams.
What's the problem with that, Josh?
Let me finish my take. Here's the thing.
It's better than the Texans.
I wasn't saying that the Texans were in this race. I'm just saying that the second best team in Texas lost to the Cardinals. That is not good for a Super Bowl contender.
Pull yourself
And
first, boss.
here's the thing. Now, Cowboys fans can complain all they want about, CD wasn't called for PI. Yes, that ref should have called PI on CD. But that doesn't change the fact that you lost 38-10. What's the final score of the game? 38-7.
38-10.
Yeah, they should have gotten that touchdown.
38-10. That's the thing. Cowboys, you're not going to a Super Bowl. You're going to take away a spot from somebody in the NFC who actually deserves that spot. Either you or one of your idiot teams in your division is going to take away a spot from an actual deserving playoff team. So don't get mad at me. I'm just saying the state of your team. The NFC East is not – it's just a dumpster fire of a division. So give me the football team here.
You know what's interesting? They might actually have a high pick in the draft and still make playoffs. That's interesting. That's like the first time ever. But okay, so the next time, next team in it, the Falcons and the Lions are facing off against each other. Now, the Lions, I don't really know what they did, but the Falcons got their first win, so that's good. Josh, where are the polls?
The Lions are beating the Falcons 75-25.
All right, cool. Jack, where's your take?
This one's a tough one. Both are underrated QBs I like. Both teams are coming off wins. But I'm going to give it to my friend Stafford this week. And the Detroit Lions to pull it off. Falcons did get their first win. They got it against Minnesota. And Kirk Cousins was actively trying to gift them the ball over and over and over. He's looking like an awful QB. But I'll save my Minnesota takes for later. I'm going to just take the Lions here. I like the Falcons, but the Lions, I think, just did their win a little more convincingly. They beat a slightly better team. As of right now, Minshew didn't turn the ball over nearly as many times as Kirk Cousins, and I feel like the Vikings were constantly shooting themselves in the foot, where the Jaguars were kind of in it. So give me the Lions here. What are your thoughts, Josh?
Give me the Detroit Lions. They looked good against Jacksonville last week. That's not much to say. But the Cardinals, who'd they beat? They beat the Vikings. The Vikings.
The
The
Cardinals.
same team whose only win was
Falcons.
against the Houston Texans. Yeah. Well, the Falcons beat the Vikings. And their only win
Boys.
is against the Houston Texans. The 0-5 Houston Texans. Now, we can talk all day about if the Texans deserve a win or not, but that's not the point. They beat a team that was inferior to the rest of the league. So, obviously, Lions are going to win this game because Lions have actually beat good teams like Arizona, like Jacksonville. They beat those teams. So, give me the Lions here. What other teams have they beaten?
You're calling Jack's a good team.
They've won 2 games. Falcons have won.
Yeah. One of them's a good team, the other one's full. They don't have a team. But okay, well, we're on Lions, right?
Yes, Lions, Falcons.
I'll say Lions also. Stafford destroyed the Cardinals, so he's gonna do it again, but against a different bird team. Besides, the Falcons are kind of the same as the Cardinals. Not a lot of defensive players to work with, but Cardinals actually do have some. Really good offense. It's just they're all like really old. It's just so yeah. I say Lions because Lions are building something really special. It's gonna be sad when Stafford leaves, but that's gonna happen. All right, so the next matchup. Wait, Jack, did you do your take?
Oh, yeah, I did my take.
Okay, so the next matchup is Texans-Packers. What are the polls, Josh? And then say what you say.
The polls are 63% Packers, 37% Texans. For this game, I know this might come as a bit of a surprise, but I will choose the Green Bay Packers. They look like a better team with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. You know, they didn't really look that good against Tampa last week. You know, they kind of choked it. But they're looking like a solid team. Now, I cannot find Toro anywhere. So That's a problem. But they'll probably show up sooner or later. So this is the thing. The Texans have Romeo Crennel. The Packers have Matt LaFleur. One of the funnest names to say in the NFL. So I think that the Packers are going to win just because of the Texans' mediocrity.
All right, Jack.
I have to take the Packers here. They're first off, the Bears are leading the division by technicality right now, so they got a little bit of fire. Like, let's not let the Bears take this away. Second off, I don't believe Aaron Rodgers will lose 2 weeks in a row, and that Tampa Bay defense was looking for real on Sunday, and I was really impressed with what I saw. But I don't think Rodgers loses 2 weeks in a row. Texans defense is not nearly as impressive as Tampa Bay. And while I think Watson is a good franchise QB, so I think they'll be able to stay in it for the most part, I got to take the Packers here. What are your thoughts, Zach?
I go with Packers. Texans are literally a dumpster fire right now. Titans are going to win the division easily. That's not even going to be a question. Colts are out of the basically the race. Texans are very out of the race. They're just right now horrible. They can't even get a win only against one team, and that's the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's not good. And just because A.J. Brown's knee was on the ground, even though that was the hardest call to make,
His knee was on the ground.
It doesn't matter. The refs called it, what did they call? Touchdown. That's a win, isn't it? Yeah.
A.J. Brown's knee was on the ground.
The Texans, the only thing that they have good is a quarterback named Deshaun Watson. He won't get him a win. They're just wasting his career. He should go to an actual contender. We already have a quarterback, so yeah, and we're not wasting his career, are we, Josh? Yeah. Yeah, I know he's a midget, but at least he can get a win. At least he can get more than one win. All right, so Packers. All right, so the next matchup is Panthers Saints. Interesting matchup there. What are the polls, Josh?
The polls are Saints 87%, Panthers 13%.
Okay. Jack, what are your thoughts?
I got to give this one to the Saints. First off, actual offensive geniuses, not Adam Gase, like Sean Payton and Andy Reid after bye weeks, are deadly. Plus, Saints will get a little healthier. Hopefully, Michael Thomas will finally get past his on-field / off-field moronic issues so he can actually come run slant routes for Drew Brees for once. And overall, the Panthers, they lost to the Bears, and I like the Panthers, but they're going to need to take a step back, realize they were 3-2, but they're still a bit of a rebuilding team. They haven't found their stride quite yet. I'm taking the Saints here. What are your thoughts, Josh?
Give me Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints here. Hopefully Michael Thomas won't try to have any altercations with his teammates in practice this week. And hopefully he can be on the field and be the slant master that we all know and love. So give me the Saints here. They're going to win against the Panthers because the Panthers just aren't good. I mean, they beat a couple good teams, but, nothing too special. Zach, your thoughts?
I say the Saints also. I would want to give it to the Panthers, but looking how they played against the Bears, they're just going against a better Bears team. So, yeah, I guess the Saints, they're gonna get a win. I hope that Michael Thomas is hopefully coming back soon, if he is anyway. So, yeah. All right. So the next matchup right after that is the Steelers Titans. Interesting one. They were supposed to play a long time ago, but now they're playing now. Josh, what are the polls?
38% of our viewers think that the Steelers will win. 62% think the Titans will win.
Nope. All right, Jack, what are your thoughts?
Tough decision here. The COVID Bowl is finally returned, and ironically, they're both undefeated. This one was really hard, but I think I'm finally starting to buy into the Titans. Wasn't really a fan of them at the beginning of the season. Wasn't a fan of them when they were 2-0, but then I watched them go on that 2-game winning streak, and it was like, after the 2-0 start, and they beat teams like the Bills. Like, Now I'm buying in. I think though Taylor Wan's out, so I think that gives the Steelers an opening because they're not going to be able to run with Henry as much. I trust Tannehill enough with these great receivers like AJ Brown is coming into his own. I think they got a guy named Giano Smith who I saw catch a couple balls in Houston, and Corey Davis. I'm really impressed with the Titans, and I think I'm going to give the win to them here. What are your thoughts, Zach?
Just checking on who the Steelers have beat. I say Titans also. Titans have a 2-game winning streak. The only thing that scares me is the Steelers have a better defense, in my opinion, than both the Bills and the Texans. Way better than the Texans. But the Steelers defense can actually stop the run. They were one of the best to stop the run last year. I think that they're gonna stop Derrick Henry, and it's gonna be all about Ryan Tannehill. That's a lot of pressure on him, but I think he can handle it. But the only thing that scares me is he almost lost to Houston. That's the main thing. He almost lost to Houston, and Houston only has one win, and that's against the Jags. So that's really hard. So I'm going with Titans, though. So really good pick. Josh, what about you?
Okay, so this is a simple thing of who wins, the 5-0, 4-1 team, or the undefeated team. So here's the thing. The Steelers, both of them, I'm just going to be taking this off the basis of one of the teams, the Houston Texans, as my basis point. Because I saw both those games where the Texans were facing both these teams. And from my study of both these teams, the Steelers look like a better team. They look better on offense. They look better on defense. And heck, they beat the Browns like 38-0 or 38-7, I think it was. It wasn't a good game at all. So that's going to be – it's just going to be the Steelers winning because the Steelers don't need the refs to bail them out whenever they're having a bad game against Houston.
It wasn't bailing out. They had more
A.J.
penalties
Brown's
than
knee
you.
was down. That's the
Doesn't
thing.
matter. They have more penalties than you.
Here's the thing. I just think that the Steelers are from watching them against the Texans are a better team than the Titans are. Flat out. So give me the Pittsburgh Steelers winning this one.
Okay. So everyone's gone. So the next matchup is, well, my matchup. Cardinals versus Seahawks. Now, what are the polls, Josh?
The polls for Cardinals Seahawks. This isn't going to be good. Are, let me get to them. 63% Seahawks, 37% Cardinals.
Reasonable. Okay. Easy. Cardinals. Cardinals look so good right now. They have a decent defense with Buda Baker on there. Wish that Chandler Jones was there, but he's out for the whole season. Buda Baker. What else do we got? No one else, but Buda Baker is our safety, and the safety position carried the Jets. So I think my safety position can carry my defense, and also my offense is literally, in my opinion, one of the best that I've seen in a long time. With Christian Kirk, DeAndre Hopkins, Kyler Murray, and Larry Fitzgerald can still make some plays here and there with Kenyon Drake and Chase Edmonds. All really good guys on offense. What are your thoughts, Jack?
Tough matchup for me because both teams have been impressive throughout this first. We're almost at the halfway mark of the season. But both teams impressed. I'm going to have to give it to the Seahawks on the tiebreaker being they got a bye week to get healthy. So people like maybe Jamal Adams will be seeing the field again. He's been out for a bit of time. And overall, Russell Wilson got some rest. They get to get healthy. They get to be prepared. And I like teams coming off bye weeks. Cardinals got a short week. Cardinals are going to stay in it the entire game because Kyler Murray's awesome and both teams have little to no defenses. But I got to give it to the Seahawks to edge this one out at the end. What are your thoughts, Josh?
Okay, so here's my take on the game. I think that the Seahawks are going to win here. They're coming off of a bye. Cardinals are coming off of a short week here with just playing in a Monday Night Football game. Now, that game was a really good game for the Cardinals, but still, it's a Monday Night Football game. You have less days to recover as the team who just had a bye week. So this matchup comes down to also quarterbacks. Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson. Kyler Murray is too young in his career to be beating an experienced quarterback or the MVP of the league, Russell Wilson. So, give me the Seattle Seahawks here. Because
Whoa.
Murray's just way too inexperienced right now, going up against a veteran like Russ. And that defense is going to be shutting down Murray, Hopkins, Fitzgerald, all of them for that game.
Wait, who'd you say that's going to be shutting down all those people?
The Seahawks defense.
What defense are you talking about? Because that defense hasn't been good since the Legion of Boom. And also, Russell Wilson is not MVP yet. He is
the leading front runner.
He was a contender for MVP. Kyler Murray. So, your facts are a little bit off. And guess who's never won any award? Russell Wilson, except maybe not even an Offensive Rookie of the Year. So if you're taking, God, All right, next matchup: Niners versus Pats. Josh, be quiet for 2 seconds while I'm talking. Okay. Niners versus Patriots. What are the polls, Josh?
I'm just saying my takes.
Do I have to do that all myself? God.
The 49ers are leading the Patriots 38%. Oh, no. The Patriots are leading excuse me. The Patriots, are winning 62-38 against the Niners in our polls. So, let's...
Jack.
Whoops.
Your take.
Tough, but I'm not buying New England loses 2 weeks in a row. I'm taking the Patriots here. Cam had a chance to win that game at the end, and they missed the fourth down. They didn't practice that much. Gilmore and Cam were just coming back onto the field, and the Patriots defense locked up Drew Lock for the entire game. Brandon McManus is the New England Foxborough champion kicker of the world. So I'm going to take the Patriots here. The 49ers, I could see a win, but I just don't see the same spark I saw in the Niners last year. And without Nick Bosa, what's his face? D Ford, Solomon Thomas. There's a lot of pieces on the D-line missing, so I could easily see Cam, James White, Sony, Rex, this running back by committee, run all over the 49ers. So I'm going to take the Patriots here. What are your thoughts, Zach?
Also, Richard Sherman's out, I think, too. Like, that's not fun having a corner out. But I also say Patriots. Cam Newton, he stumbled a little because he just came back from COVID. He hasn't had all the work that he's been doing since he got COVID. Gilmore, the same exact thing. Got COVID. You don't work as hard because you're trying to recover from that. That is very scary. But now they've had a week of practice. Josh, are you going to keep interrupting me, or can I actually talk?
Just saying that.
Okay, I can actually talk. Be quiet. It's my take. So, I say Patriots because Cam Newton's going to be back to hopefully his old self that he was during week 1. Let's hope that. All right, Josh, your turn.
Are you still mad about Russell Wilson take?
No, I'm mad about you keep interrupting me.
I'm just saying that with COVID, they were probably only resting. They probably weren't practicing. But still, I'm taking the Patriots here too. They look like the better team compared to Cam Newton's on the other team. They look better than Italian Blake Bortles and his Rob Gronkowski look-alike. So, give me the New England Patriots here. They're looking good, and they're going to have a win this week.
Kittle is better than Gronk. Okay.
I say he's a Gronk look-alike.
All right, I don't care. Chiefs versus Broncos. This is interesting. All right. Where are the polls?
Chiefs and Broncos. Where the freak is my phone? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Chiefs and Broncos. Let's see. The Chiefs are winning against the Broncos 75% to 25%. So let's start off with Zach. Your thoughts on the game?
Chiefs. They got Le'Veon Bell. That's pretty good. Le'Veon Bell, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelsey, McCole Hardman, and Sammy Watkins. That's all of their offense except their offensive line, which I don't want to name. That is already a bunch of good people on their team. The Legion of Zoom with Travis Kelsey, which I don't know if he's a part of that group. I don't care. But I think that's really good for them. Yeah, I have to go with Chiefs. Jack, what about you?
Have to take the defending Super Bowl champs here big. The Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes beat the Bills in the rainy weather, and now they are adding Le'Veon Bell. So now they have Le'Veon Bell and Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who plays very similar to Le'Veon Bell. But I like them both, and this now gives the Chiefs something that they've been missing for a bit. Now they get an awesome run game. The run game was good with Helaire, but it just gets better with Bell. Don't underestimate Bell. He was living in the Adam Gase world, and he was on IR for a couple weeks. Bell could come back, and he could be elusive and elite behind a fresh start in Kansas City. And overall, Drew Lock and the Broncos offense, they were able to move the ball well for a bit, but the Patriots defense locked them up. And while the Chiefs defense isn't on the level of the Patriots defense, I don't see an upgrade here for the Broncos. Give me the Chiefs big here. What are your thoughts, Zach?
I already did my thoughts.
Oh, then Josh.
Well, I think it's a simple answer here. The Chiefs. They look better than the Broncos do. The Broncos are basically all injured. They got locked back. Great job, but they still don't have Von Miller. They still don't have their star receiver. AJ Boye's out. Is he still out, I think?
Yep.
I think he is. Yeah, he's still out. I mean, this team's just banged up. So they really got hit with the injury bug. I don't see them even making a ripple in Kansas City's quest to go back to back. So give me the Chiefs here.
All right. So the next matchup right after that one is the Bucks versus the Raiders. That's a really interesting one. What are the polls, Josh?
The Bucks and Raiders. The polls are the Raiders up by 87% to the Bucks at 13%.
Okay. Jack, you want to say your prediction?
Oh, yes. Give me the Tampa Bay Bucks here. They earned my respect back. And it's been an emotional roller coaster because they lost it week 1, then they got it back when they got hot, then they lost again to the Bears, and then they lost it. But now it's back because they beat the Green Bay Packers, who were the best team in the league, according to many, last week. They're not anymore. But overall, this Bucks, it's not the offense as much as people would think. It's this Bucks defense. It looks awesome. Though the Raiders, I think a good game plan and a bye week is going to be really helpful after the huge upset in Arrowhead. And this could easily be a Raiders win. The Bucks defense has looked amazing to me. Tom Brady, and I don't know who's playing corner for the Raiders. I don't think they're crazy impressive. And I think that this Kansas City upset for the Oakland is going to go down as a fluke, and I don't think they're going to be able to beat the big dogs like the Bucks. What are your thoughts, Josh?
Okay, I'm going to go against you here and say give me the Oakland Raiders. They looked like a better team whenever they were facing Kansas City, and they just looked good whenever they had that upset. And, I mean, whenever you're beating Mahomes, you got to be doing something right. And the only reason why the Bucks were in because of that amazing defense, and also because it was all after Rodgers did this and didn't do anything. So, yeah, I got to say, give me the Raiders here. It's going to be close, but it's going to be Oakland. Or, not Las Vegas.
Yeah, he said that.
Zach, your thoughts?
I have to go with Raiders also. Raiders just beat the Chiefs, which people were arguing were the best NFL team that the NFL's ever seen. I think that this is going to be a really good game. But I think the Raiders will win because of how well defense plays and how well Josh Jacobs plays. I think Raiders because of that defense is not that bad. So, yeah. Also, Henry Ruggs is looking really good too. Okay, so you said Raiders, right, Josh?
Yes, I did say Raiders.
Okay, so the final matchup of this week is the Rams versus the Bears. Josh, what are the polls?
The polls are 13%, 87% Rams.
Okay, Jack, what is your take on this?
So far this year, I cannot seem to get a Bears game right at all. But this week, I'm going to take the Bears and see if they can pull this off. I'm finally going to break. First of all, long week, Thursday Night Football. Second of all, Rams lost to the Niners. Niners, though without Bosa and a couple pieces on defense, Bears got a better defense than the Niners. So I'm going to take the Bears here. I think that the Rams defense will be able to hold Nick Foles, but I think it's going to be another ugly win that the Bears are going to squeeze out, slide by, but I do think they'll get it here. What are your thoughts, Josh?
So for this game, like I just said, give me the Bears.
Okay.
The Bears are looking really good, and with their quarterback Nick Foles, maybe Super Bowl, maybe,
Nope.
maybe. But
Cardinals,
here's the thing: the
Rams.
Rams lost my trust last week when they lost to the Niners. They lost to the 49ers, the injury-prone 49ers, not even the Super Bowl champion 49ers. They lost to the injury-prone 49ers. So they just lost my trust after that game. I'm going to say Bears all the way here. Zach, your thoughts?
This is my opinion, the best matchup of this week. It's two really good defenses. Yeah, two really good defenses versus two decent offenses. I think that this is the best matchup on here. If you watch it, it's going to be a good game. But I have to go with the Bears. I need the Bears to win because then I need the Seahawks to lose. So then Cardinals are almost number one in the division. But that's not being biased. I actually think that the Bears can get a win here because of Nick Foles, and they look like the real deal. The Bears actually do look like the real deal with the decent. I just said good, the good defense, and how well Nick Foles plays. Now, if Nick Foles brings his playoff self, that's an easy win. If he brings his other self that was on the Jags, this is going to be a harder game for them to win. It just matters which Nick Foles comes out and balls out. Let's see. All right, so that's all for predictions this week. You guys have any closing thoughts on anything?
Oh, yeah, we got to announce which one is our game of the week for this week.
Yep.
So I'll just go around and do that.
Mine's is Bears Rams. Actually, no. Mine's is Cardinals Seahawks. I changed it just a few hours, like an hour ago.
Okay.
All right, Coach. Yeah, I did. All right, your turn.
Well, my matchup, since you didn't take, well, my matchup is actually going to be the Raiders versus Buccaneers. I think that's going to be a really good game between those two teams.
All right, Jack. Where's your?
I'm
Your
going
game.
with the COVID Bowl. Both teams are undefeated, and I like both teams as of right now. They both looked impressive, and I think that one's going to be really fun.
And the Frontline Football game of the week is the COVID Bowl.
COVID Bowl.
Yep.
So that's all Frontline. That's all for today. Does anybody have any closing thoughts or?
Follow the Instagram and the Twitter.
Don't forget to punch that like button. And don't forget, have a great day, y'all. We love that you keep watching these videos. We love always doing this. And we will see every one of you, hopefully, next time.
Remember,
Bye, guys.
schedule is Wednesday predictions, Friday news, and then there may be some secret projects coming up. You will have to see. All right, we'll see you guys next week.